Ken Borton, who is from Gaylord, and you have to put the headphones on just a moment there. Ken is the guy in December who was ticketed by the DNRE. They said you're violating the deer baiting ban because deer are going to your bird feeder and they're eating the seeds that fall to the ground. Apparently people saw some of this activity because Ken has a website that has a live camera showing his bird feeder and all of the wildlife outside. It's called snowmancam.com. And Ken fought the case. He could have paid a $205 fine, but he fought the case and won. The judge said the deer baiting law is just too vague and that he can't be prosecuted and won. However, it cost thousands of dollars, probably in legal fees. Ken's with us now in the studio. We'll ask a bit about the website here, but first we have a guy who wants to talk to Ken. Rusty is on the line, WTCM. Good morning, Rusty. Yes, sir. Yeah, well, maybe they felt pressure, but either way, they were proven wrong in court or at least not the DNR, but the law itself is too vague. Yeah. Well, I think, Rusty, most people would agree with you. I really cannot imagine anyone out there saying they should have nailed Ken. He shouldn't have a bird feeder at his house. And if he has deer there, he ought to take that bird feeder down. I can't imagine anybody thinking that. But, Rusty, you're not alone. Thanks for the buzz, Rusty. All right, sir. Yeah, you probably picked up a lot of support. Have you run into anybody that thinks maybe you're in the wrong?
Uh, if I had, no one personally has said that to me. They're few and far between. Actually, the community support, well, not only community, but the state of Michigan, the country, and throughout the world have flooded me daily. I can't tell you the hundreds and probably thousands of emails now that I've received in support, that people just can't believe I'm having to go through this.
Yeah, it's probably a poorly written law, and then I guess the DNRE does have, I would imagine they have some latitude on whether they arrest people or not.
Right.
We could have avoided it here. Let's go to Martha's in Coatmish for Ken Borton. Hello, Martha. Oh, there we are. Hello, Martha. Good morning.
Good morning, WTCM. I'm Charlie Show. Yes, who's this? Where are you calling from, John? Where are you calling from?
Well, probably not now. They'll have to really rewrite the law or amend it to clarify it. But you're right. I mean, anybody could get busted for anyone with a bird feeder.
Right, exactly. In fact, I've gotten just absolutely heartbreaking emails from people downstate, elderly folks that have been law-abiding citizens all their lives, feeding the birds. They've been ticketed, and unfortunately they didn't have the means to fight it. So they had to pay the ticket, and were just absolutely horrified when they found out that they had a misdemeanor put on their record at the same time. It's horrible.
So if you had not taken the action, I was going to say, this has happened. Other people have been ticketed.
Oh, they have been, yeah. And I didn't know about it. You don't hear about it, obviously, because they just paid it. And
well, maybe you're right, Martha. Maybe part of it is to raise some revenue. All right, thanks for the buzz, Martha. Jim and Petoskey called to ask, did you get the names of the people who filed the complaint with the DNRE? Somebody filed a complaint, I assume?
Oh, that's a good question. No, I haven't looked into that.
He adds that you have the right to do that, in his opinion. If you were interested, you probably could.
I guess it would be interesting to see actually who filed the complaint.
Yeah, he could probably call the DNRE. All right, let's go to John calling in from Traverse City for Ken Borton today. Hello, John. Yeah, there we go. Hello, John. My bad on this end.
All right, Brent, thanks for calling. Okay, bye-bye. No.
No, you're not. Mom has. Brick wall go being over here.
I was just hoping that you could forget to bring that to me, because, like, look, she really does
Now, you're getting into a different territory, but that's a good question. If you go to the Traverse City case, 2 county deputies who were there the night this police officer had run his car off the road, they didn't write him up as they should have for not having tags or give him a breathalyzer. And that is a good question. What are they doing there? But back to the deer case here, I didn't think of that. I don't know what are there actual groups out there that would be so against the deer, or so concerned that deer are congregating that they would maybe see this and file a complaint? I'm not sure who would file a
Well,
complaint.
that's a good question. I might have an answer to that. A gentleman from downstate sent me a real nice letter that, in fact, he pointed me to a couple of blogs online that apparently there's some people out there that are very anti-DNR, and I want to make it clear I'm not anti-DNR at all. I'm very pro-law enforcement. But he told me that a lot of people have had issues with the DNR, so what they've done is they're using this as a way to embarrass the DNR, saying, DNR, look at this guy, he's flaunting his deer, baiting operation, and basically pushing them in to make that. Now, how true that is, I don't know, but
Yeah, I guess the fact the video probably complicated it, the fact that people could see it online.
Exactly, yeah, and it's easy to misinterpret what you're seeing there.
But that's a live video, but was there a captured video recording that people could see? I mean, if I saw on your live video, right now, deer at the feeder, called the DNRE and said, look at it, and they looked and the deer are gone, well, they have no evidence.
Right, yeah, well, there's a 24-hour archive. You can actually go back and watch the last 24 hours.
All right, now, it's all on your website, snowmancam.com, one of the best live cams out there, as judged by somebody.
Yeah, EarthCam in New York.
EarthCam in New York. And why do you do it? I mean, I know you asked it, but doesn't it cost money to operate one of these things, plus time?
Right, it does, and thank goodness I've got a number of real good people that volunteer their time. It's not a money-making operation at all. It costs me money to operate it, but I've got a lot of good help. A lot of people volunteer, a lot of people donate to help buy food, help pay for the airtime, that type of thing. It's basically for me just a labor of love. I do it because people enjoy it.
It's a live look at your wooded backyard and your bird feeder and your snowman, your cutout snowman. So I guess anyone who's seen it once will go back again and look at it. And you have hits from, can you tell where the hits come from?
Oh yeah, and that's why I know there's hits from all over the world. I'll get as many, in the wintertime if we have a good snowstorm, I've seen over 15,000 hits in one day. Normally it's between 3,000 and 5,000. There's been a spike this last week, obviously. In fact, I was just taking a look at the stats this morning, and I noticed over the last week 10,000 new people that have never been to the site came and viewed it, so that was kind of fun.
Snowmancam.com. Is there any revenue? Can you make any money with, that number of hits? Do you have any income in it at all?
I probably could. I've had people ask, I don't want to turn it into a commercial site.
Yeah.
I have one small banner ad on there from Google. I do work with Google.
So Google probably.
Right, so that brings in maybe a couple $100 a month. It's nothing significant. It certainly doesn't cover the cost of the site.
All right, snowmancam.com is the website. The case will have to follow now. We really don't know, you wouldn't know, but you don't know which way this is going to go now.
No, the prosecutor has 21 days to appeal, and that, I believe, is going to be up on the 28th of this month, so I'm really hoping that he decides not to go forward with this.
All right, Ken Borton, thanks for visiting with us today. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Check out Ken's backyard and his snowman, and go Wings.
Yes, go Wings.
Snowmancam.com. We'll be back with Norm Jones in the news after this on WTCM Traverse City.